This is an instructional video on how to install Windows 8 specifically onto your Macintosh computer using Bootcamp. And so some of the things you would need is a USB flash drive that is 10 gigabytes, and you're going to need 30 gigabytes of hard drive space, and then also you're going to need a Windows 8 installation disk. And so it could either be Windows 10, Windows 8, Windows 7, but it needs to be a Windows installation disk. So if you want to go ahead and put the installation disk in and the USB flash drive, we could get started on how to make sure your system is compatible and will run efficiently with the Windows 8 operating system. You're going to want to go right to the first list and click the About This Mac. So once this pulls up, the main front page is going to let you know everything pretty much you need to know. The processor right here, they want us to have at least a 1 gigahertz processor. This is an i7 2.5, so we're good there. They want 2 gigabytes of RAM. As you see right here, we got 16, so we're covered. For the graphics card, you can see we have the NVIDIA GeForce GT 750M on mine. I think actually all the Macs, they have enough graphics to install the operating system. The Direct9X that is required, it's mainly some that come with the motherboard, and so you won't even see it on the graphics part of your system information, so we are good here. This is our hard drive for our Macintosh computer, and we have 291.38 gigabytes available, so that's more than enough. Windows requires that you have at least 30 gigabytes of space, so we should have enough there to install the operating system and have enough space for it to run efficiently. And that's really all you need to look at for your system to see if it will install it. And so to get started, all you need to do is you need to hold the command key and then press the space bar, and then you just want to type in boot. And then right away it's going to pull up a Bootcamp Assistant, as you can see right here. So we're just going to click on that and hit enter. Once you get to this Bootcamp Assistant program, you're just going to want to hit continue. We're installing with a Windows 8 disk. We don't need to create a USB flash drive partition of that disk, so we're just going to just click off that. We do want to download the latest Windows support software from Apple. That's going to help your Windows operating system communicate with your hardware on your Mac, so like your sound, your brightness buttons would all work, play, skip buttons for your music would work too. It's just to help that cross compatibility. Then you want to click this to create a Windows partition. So after we click those two, we're just going to want to hit continue. As you can see, it has already selected the USB flash drive we have inserted earlier, and now we are just going to hit continue, and it will download the support software onto the USB flash drive. And when that gets done, we're going to finish up this video. Show you visually what memory you're going to be allocating to each place. So on the right you see we have 50 here, and on the Mac we have the 449. It won't let us go any smaller on this. It's just something that they implemented to help make sure you have enough space for your Windows system. So you can make it bigger if you wanted to, but 50 is good. I'd recommend 30, but you can't even go to 30. It all depends on what you're going to be using your Mac for, so just keep that in mind as you're selecting how many gigabytes you need. So I'm just going to leave mine at 50, and I'm going to click install. Once you install your Windows operating system, and before you log in, it's going to ask you to install Bootcamp, which you are going to see in like this window here. So you're just going to want to click on the bottom right where it says next. Then you're just going to accept the license agreement here and then hit install. So we're just going to let it install now, and then once it's done installing, we're just going to click finish, and then we just log on to our system. Once you log back into your system, you have successfully installed the Windows operating system and Bootcamp. And so to access it, you look at the bottom right of the taskbar and click on the arrow pointing up. There will be a black diamond, which is a Bootcamp program. If you right click on that, you could select the Bootcamp control panel, as you see here, and then you can change settings if you wish, or just restart back in the Mac operating system. This was the tutorial on how to install Windows 7 on your Macintosh computer with Bootcamp.